Hundreds of January 6th Capitol riot cases could be in jeopardy with today's ruling from the Supreme Court. The court ruled the Justice Department overstepped its authority using obstruction charges against 350 Americans. Fox 4's Sean Rabb in studio now to explain the court's ruling today. Sean.
So the Supreme Court ruled in favor of a former police officer, Joseph Fisher, who was part of the crowd attacking the Capitol that day. The justices said the obstruction case needs to go back to a lower court to see if Fisher can still be prosecuted for that felony, ruling federal prosecutors went too far with the obstruction of an official proceeding charge. January 6, 2021, a day filled with violence and ugly images at the U.S. Capitol. Former Pennsylvania police officer Joseph Fisher in the crowd that breached the east side of the Capitol. He was charged with 7 crimes, one of which was the obstruction of an official proceeding. The Supreme Court tossed it, saying federal prosecutors went too far with the charge.
There's a ruling about this one person, but the same statute is a feature of, I think, hundreds of these prosecutions that are still in the system after the events of January 6th. And all those cases now, the U.S. is going to have to go back and drop that out of their prosecution and restructure their case around other charges.
That makes an enormous amount of work for prosecutors on pending cases and judges that have already heard cases. Constitutional law attorney David Cole.
The reason that's a big deal is this charge got into these cases in the first place because for most of these people, it's the most serious crime that they could be charged with. Once this drops out, you're left with things like trespass, unlawful entry, which are criminal, but they're not in the same league.
The obstruction charge, based on legislation called the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, passed more than 20 years ago after an accounting fraud scandal at Enron. The law specifically written for the Enron case calls it a crime to destroy a record, document, or other object, and makes it a crime to otherwise obstruct an official proceeding.
The Supreme Court's decision basically said, we are not going to let you have an overly broad use of this subsection of the Sarbanes-Oxley Act.
Brian Owsley is a UNT Dallas Law School professor. He says the High Court's ruling comes down to how do we interpret statutes.
Here's an example where the court is saying, look, this is an overcharge based on the statutory language and what we believe Congress intended.
Now, in one of the federal cases against former President Trump, he too was hit with the obstruction charge as well as other felonies. Monday, the justices will release their opinion whether the former president has presidential immunity that would keep him from being prosecuted for trying to overturn the 2020 election. That will be a big day.
All right, Sean Rabb reporting. Sean, thanks.
All right.